Okay, let's try this again because it just stopped recording. What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to know your competition on Etsy.com. It is super important that as you're launching new listings or even launching a new store in a specific niche for the first time, that you know exactly who you're competing against on Etsy. And yes, you are competing. You're competing for top positions. You're competing for rank and for specific high volume search keywords. So it's important to know who is at the top, and not only who's at the top, but what those people at the top are doing to be at the top. So you're not blindly launching stores and new products, not knowing whether or not your products are competitive. In this video, I'm gonna be going over my entire competitor analysis process, as well as giving you some KPIs or key point indicators on what to look for when it comes to finding opportunity, spotting opportunity, or maybe even spotting non-opportunity or a bad opportunity and deterring away from going into some big product. So hopefully saving you a lot of time, money, and energy by being able to see what's working and what's not working. All right, guys, so let's get into this video. Welcome back, guys. Again, my name is Hannah Gardner. If you're new to the channel, I talk about mostly building brands on Etsy and Shopify, but I talk a lot about a lot of entrepreneurial topics as well. So if that is what you're into, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hop over to my computer screen and let's dive into some competitor analysis.
Hey guys, so the first thing that I did here is I typed in a keyword jewelry dish. So I'm going to do some competitor breakdowns on that keyword if I were to go launch some jewelry dishes. All right, so the first thing that I want to note, well, first, I don't want to look at this top row because this is biased because these are ad positions. So I want to look at the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and below positions for who's at the top for the keyword jewelry dishes. So first things first, how do we spot if there is an opportunity for jewelry dishes? So one KPI or one key point indicator that this is actually getting a lot of traction and a lot of people searching for this item is you can tell by the amount of reviews that these stores are getting. So you can see here 1,200 reviews, 20,000 reviews, 4,900 reviews. A lot of these people showing up here in these first positions have in the thousands of reviews. Here's one that only has a few hundred. This guy only has 4. Let's see, 100, 20,000, and honestly, this guy with 20,000 is showing up multiple times. So what does that tell me just off the bat of the opportunity of this keyword? Well, it's telling me that the guy that has 20,000 is taking up a lot of this market space and this market share here since he's showing up multiple times for this keyword. But I am seeing some people here that only have like 55 reviews and less than 100. So we know that people are buying from these stores that are selling this because there is somebody here that has 20,000 reviews, which means they are probably in the hundreds of thousands of sales. So even if they opened 7 years ago, that's still a lot of sales that they've made in 7 years. But we know that there are people getting to the first page that don't have in the hundreds or the thousands of reviews. So this could indicate that there is a good opportunity for this product. So we're validating here that yes, this is something that people are looking for and this is people are purchasing. Now, if you looked up a keyword, for instance, and every single person on that first page had less than 100 reviews, then that means one, nobody really is searching for that keyword and no one's really looking for that product, or it means that this would have to be your call that everybody that is selling that product is doing a bad job. So in that case, that would actually be an opportunity for you to come into that marketplace and take over that market share by doing that product or creating that product or designing a better product and beating all the competition on that page. So it's kind of like one of those things where you gotta, use data, but then also, use your higher level thinking of, maybe it's just the people selling this item are doing a bad job, in which case it's an opportunity. And you can always validate that by using eRank, which validates the search volume for a keyword. So I typed in the keyword jewelry dish and the average searches per month according to eRank is about 7,400 searches per month. So that's a pretty good amount of searches per month. I don't really get too wrapped up in the competition. Obviously, if you can go after products that have high search volume and low competition, which you don't always find those opportunities, that's ideal. But even if you can't do that, or the product that you want to go into does have high competition, I usually don't let that deter me, because what does that mean? That means I'm just going to go launch a better or more competitive, or build a more competitive product in comparison to my competition. So we just validated that Jewelry Dish is a good product that people are pushing volumes for this product. And now I want to analyze some of my competitors or my potential competitors of, if I was going to go ahead and launch some jewelry dishes. So I use a Chrome extension called Everbee to do this. And they actually just dropped a bunch of new features, which I'm really obsessed with. I talk about Everbee all the time. And there is so many different software companies that you can use when it comes to pulling data. I personally like Everbee because of the ease of it. But overall, it tells me all the key data points that I need to know. Things like estimated sales, the amount of reviews that the listing has, the listing age. So a really, really good KPI or key point indicator, if the listing age is relatively new, but the estimated number of sales is really high, that can indicate that that's a really good opportunity. Now, again, all of this estimated monthly revenue and estimated monthly sales, not just with Everbee, with any software that you decide to use, it is heavily estimated based off of AI, because you can't actually scrape that data, because stores nowadays are starting to hide their sales that they make. So you can't actually get that. So a lot of people are like, this is not accurate. I ran it on my store and it's not accurate. Guys, it doesn't matter what software you use. It is estimated. So don't get too caught up in the numbers. You're more interested in seeing who's at the top, because who it's going to put at the top for the estimated monthly revenue, the estimated total sales, you just want to see who's at the top, because those are the people that are ranking to the top on the first page for those keywords that you're going after. So I'm going to sort this by, I'm going to analyze a few things. So I want to just see the estimated monthly revenue. I want to see who's making the most revenue at the top. So we have this guy here, we have this guy here, and I want to see what their listing age is. It's 49 and 59 months. Then I'm curious to see who is getting the most reviews per month. So now you can actually just drag and drop these columns to organize it for you. So I want to see who's actually getting the most reviews per month, because this actually is really accurate. So let's see what we got here. So we got this guy, this one and this one are still pretty close to the top. I have this theory that with Etsy, that the products that are getting the most reviews are going to end up being on the first page, and reviews indicate that you're getting a lot of sales, obviously, because not every person leaves a review. Maybe out of 1 every 5 or 10 customers maybe will leave a review. So if this listing is getting the most reviews, that means that they're probably pushing a lot of units, and obviously their price point is less than the other two that I highlighted. So obviously their monthly revenue isn't the highest. So I'm curious about this guy, this guy, this guy, and I'm going to star the ones that I'm curious about, doing a little bit a deeper dive into the listing. So I'm going to highlight them here so I can come back to them later. And he's getting averages of 60 reviews per month, and this guy's only 29 months old. Wow, this guy's 33 months old, and he is already doing 47 reviews. That's pretty good as well. I'm gonna favorite that guy as well. Oh, maybe I can only favorite 3 at a time. Let's see what other data points here I can see. Oh, favorites is another good one. But again, favorites could be really contingent on the age of the listing. So obviously the older listings are going to have more favorites, but in which case that means that, your store, like the listing itself, just needs to optimize longer to accumulate those favorites. Let's see what else is really cool here. So those are really the 3 things that I'm seeing that I'm really going to care about. Now I'm going to do some analysis on these 3, and I'm going to see what is so cool about these listings and what kind of value propositions they're offering that is making them be these winners of the keyword jewelry dish. So let's click on this guy. So this is the engagement ring dish. So this is more in the bridal space. It has a bestseller, so we know this guy's doing really well. The store itself has had 45,000 sales. Now, what do I care about when I'm doing this type of competitor analysis? Well, if I was going to go ahead and launch something like this, I would want to make sure that the day that I launch my listing, I'm competing with this guy, because this is who I need to beat in order to get to the top, essentially. So what does that mean? That means I need to beat him in price point. I need to beat him in marketing. I need to beat him in variations. So I need to offer more variations than him. I need to beat him in something so that I know when I enter the marketplace, my listing is just as competitive or more competitive than this one. So I'm going to look at their photography. They have fully optimized videos and photos. So this is going to be kind of hard to beat on this price, on this side of things, or I could at least match them. Let's just see if they're doing any customization. So this is actually a personalization item. So I would also need to make sure that if I was going to go after a product like this, I could offer that personalization option. You see here that when you select the options, the cheapest option that there is $14.99. So maybe I could potentially beat them in price, or I could launch the product at a lower price until I start building some momentum. And then once I start ranking to the top, I can then up my price later. That's one method. A lot of people do that. So breaking even on those first, maybe 50 sales just to get momentum, get some reviews, so I could start ranking to get up with where this guy is. So, price, photography, value propositions, variations, all the different things they offer. I'm going to look at all those things and see if I can beat them. Now, the next thing that I would do if I said, okay, this is actually, I can do this. I have the capacity to build a product like this and add these features and value props. I'm going to look at the actual keywords that they're using, because I might go ahead and incorporate some of those keywords into my listing as well. So I can look at just their title here as well. But if I click this little B here, Everbee is going to even give me the tags from their product. So you see the tag section here. I can just copy this to clipboard and then put that into a notepad and save that for later when I want to actually go ahead and make this listing. Now, one thing that I would say here, that is another thing that you could do. So say you can't beat them on price, maybe you can meet them on price and you can add the same value propositions. One thing that I would say that could be something to test that would actually help you beat this listing is by bundling this photo. So actually showing more than one item in one picture. So maybe, in this one sale, you're getting this bowl, but maybe bundling it with another item or a different type of bowl, or I don't know how you would do it with this, but bundling it where it was more than one item in the photo. So that could be something that can increase your CTR. Showing items, the main image being bundled, meaning offering two for the same price of one, or just offering a different accessory or a different item that would go with this, could be something that could increase that value proposition and up your click-through rate to beat this item. That's just like one thing on the top of my head, if you could only meet your competition of where they're at. So really, really cool and important stuff. Now, on the shop analysis side, so say you're just looking for, some opportunities and you're not really sure on a specific product yet, but you're curious about your competitor's store as a whole. So Everbee is actually going to show this as well. So when you scroll to the left here, you can see some other analytics about the total shop sales, the shop age, and let's say we want to see who's making the most sales, but is the youngest shop. So let's see, 7 months, 8 months, 13 months, 21 months. Let's see if we have one. Okay, here we go. This guy is 28 months old. He's got 29,000 sales. Ooh, we got 36 months at 45,000 sales. So sorting this by shop age and finding shops that are really young, but have really high volume, meaning they're pushing a lot of units. Those are the shops that you're going to want to analyze as well. Possibly look at their branding. You never want to copy. You don't ever want to copy. It's so annoying. You don't want to do that at all. You just want to see and get inspired by who your competition is and make sure that you can go in to the marketplace knowing that you can beat them or build more competitive branding, better slogans, better missions, just do more than whatever that competitor is doing. So it's really sorting it by the age of being young, comparing shops based off how much volume they've been pushing. So guys, this is really in a nutshell what I'm doing with a lot of my time when it comes to analyzing new product opportunities or new store opportunities is using tools like this. And again, a lot of the revenue and everything, it's heavily estimated. Every single software out there is estimated, but we just want to know who is at the top and what the people at the top are doing so we can come into this space knowing that we're going to win.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you got any value, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, comment your questions down below. And if you are interested in checking out Everbee, make sure you get that link in the description as well. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, all right guys, I will see you guys in the next video.